Hello everyone, it's Alex Suslov, Head of Capital Markets at AD Mortgage, and Billy Abrams, CEO of ADM Securities, here with you for our AD Weekly Digest.
Hello everybody. Hello Alex.
Hey Billy. It was a fun week with oil testing its 2022 lows once again, right? Brent was at 98.6 or so. Interest rates were up and down. We saw Freddie Mac rates last week going as low as 5.3% for 30-year fixed mortgages from its highs of 5.8 earlier this month. And this week we're seeing a bounce back of the rates, and I would assume Freddie would close its week at about 5.5% or so. Non-QM is at 7.7%, and we had a handful of events with a few mortgage companies. First Guarantee and Sprout went out of business, and there are some people who are saying it's because of non-QM loans. I personally don't really agree with that opinion, just because if you look at First Guarantee is a huge retail shop that was doing a lot of Freddie, Fannie and government loans as well. And if you look at their production for the past year, it's 92% refinance.
Right.
With today's rates, when your refinance is down, your business is down basically. So my opinion is just the margin squeeze that is going on the markets today with the increased rates and the refi volume going down. What do you see on the treasury side and economic numbers coming next week?
Well, Alex, we sat down here last week, and the 5-year was, I like to go over the numbers. Last week when we sat down, the 5-year was trading about 3%, 301, I think. The 10-year maybe 297. I think those were at the time, those were the lowest yields since we made our yield crest on June 14th, right before the FOMC meeting. The market had rallied 30 basis points that week, and on Friday, July 1st, the 5-year rallied another 20 beeps. So it had a 50 basis point rally in a week. And it eventually traded down right into some targets that I had brought up last week. I bring up in my updates, but the 10-year and the 5-year both got to about 372, and on the same day that the 5-year traded at 372, it closed at 395. I think it came away from there extremely fast and traded back over 3%, 305 into where we are now. I think if you go back to when it was trading 360, June 14th, the markets were totally focused, preoccupied with inflation and the Fed. I think the last week it's been a preoccupation with the possibility of recession. My guess is we've seen a trading range defined, and we'll be in it for another I think it could be a month or two. The high yield of the 5-year was 360 on the 14th, 272 last week. I think that range may hold for a while. You're talking about about Brent. Crude oil futures got as low as 95 last week and bounced back over 100. Gold printed a new low for the year. I saw with the Atlanta Fed, they revised their projection of GDP for the second quarter from 0% to negative 2.1. That would give you 2 straight quarters of negative GDP, which by some accounts is the definition of a recession. And so my point is that again, the markets, after focused on nothing but rising rates and inflation, they're now focused on nothing but recession. I think somewhere in the middle is reality. We still don't know where we'll be a year from now or 6-8 months from now. And that's why I believe a trading range, and technically I believe a trading range is in order in here. We'll head into next week, and we'll have to talk about PPI and CPI and see where those numbers come in. We'll have a conversation about unemployment. But my guess is we're going to see a two-way street going forward.
And I believe CPI was the reason for the most recent shake on the market before the Fed's meeting, when they have changed their opinion to more hawkish, right?
That is correct. And so here we go on a follow-up, and who knows, we could get that number revised. So,
absolutely, that would be fine if it would be revised to 6% or so. For next week, we have among our webinars broker support Q&A session on July 12th, and on July 19th we'll be talking about AD Studio, our marketing portal, in order for our brokers to use it and attract their borrowers with the promotions that AD can offer to them.
Sounds fun.
Thank you, everyone. It was Alex Suslov and Billy Abrams with you for our AD Weekly Digest. Stay tuned.
Everybody, thank you. Thank you, Alex.
Thanks, Billy.